and welcome back to the Reapers. We are building on with the coffee campaign. Now, first of all, my apologies. This is the day after Riot Airshow, and I'm personally completely knackered and just struggling to stay awake. I'm sure the same as a lot of the other boys are quite quiet, so they're probably knackered as well. So we're going to do our absolute best, and it's going to be a big, complex mission. I'm not going to be sipping a lot of tea because I've got a really dry mouth stand by. Okay. Day 33. So we've finished Coffee Phase 1 campaign. We've gone on to Phase 2. The reason we split it into phases is because the original Coffee campaign, which was the whole thing, just wouldn't run on our computers. It just kept crashing, and so we split it into two. Day 33. So the first thing is, guys, we go to Overview. I'm just going to change the Coffee campaign. I just don't care anymore. I don't care about anything anymore, guys. There we go. Now, the first thing to note is that it's the day after yesterday, so it's day 33, but it's skipped to the 5th of October. So the reason for that is that this is the next day of combat. There has been 4 days of ceasefire. During those 4 days, the ceasefire was arranged, and the Reds have pulled back to what we consider the new front line of Phase 2. Then they have redeclared war. So that's just how that's politics, geopolitics. We're not going to go into that. That's just a thing that's happened. We've got an lovely picture here, but we're not going to go into it yet because it's super complicated and it needs picking apart, and we'll do it later. Everyone next into nav, please. Okay, weather. This is a new thing that comes with Phase 2, and this is... Oh, I should put the credits out. Credit goes to Shifty for building the all-round kind of framework and SAMs and stuff. Fish for doing the ground attack kind of little sub-campaign. And me for whatever I did. Not a lot, probably. For cocked it up. It just reminds me of Shifty. One thing I didn't check was if there's any flankers on red side, so it's just something to remember to check. It's dynamic weather. Now, I still don't know dynamic weather, and Shifty refuses to explain it to me, but basically, my understanding of it is that it is constantly changing weather. Is that right, guys? Is that what it is?
Depending what part of the map you're on, you will have different weather, but you'll all see weather, and the clouds won't disappear when you skip around in all the other...
Right, so if it's raining in one local area, it's going to rain for everyone, right?
Yes.
Right, and the key thing is we have no control of it. I used to control the weather. I used to go in and set the height of the clouds. Dynamic weather, it controls itself. So there's no more planning around the weather. It's now, once you get in there, work with it. Okay? Don't know how we're going to do that, but we are. Our base is now further forward. Our front main base is now Kutaisi, active runway 08, circuit direction left hand with a diversion of Sanaki, and Sanaki 09 left hand with a diversion of Kutaisi. We've still got the Overlord. Reds failed to shoot our AWACS down, which we're very happy with, and we've got our AWACS, and it's there as ever. Intelligence. Okay, this is actually very complicated, and I've just got some key points down here. Hopefully we can get away with just this. Stop press. 1. There's been a 4-day ceasefire, but the war now continues. 2. Red 4 have redeclared war. Just said that. 3. Red 4 ground units are pushing west. Sweet. No, I did do that right. West. Yeah, that's right. So they're pushing towards us. Notices to us, today's date, all blue and red main... for tactical reasons, guys, the blues and reds may not cross the borders, which are clearly marked for both sides. If they do, they will lose an airframe if I choose to do so, and I will choose that in the Tacview afterwards. Now, if you genuinely go out there and get lost and pass it, I will not lose you an airframe. But if I see that you going over the border has served as an advantage to you, like it allowed you to kill someone or allowed you to evade a SAM in some way, a bit like the F1 rules, then I will take the action and lose the airframe. So I can't enforce it on the day, but I'll enforce it, when I'm going through it in the evening. Okay, guys?
Is that marked on F10?
It is. You'll see it. We're really obvious. I've done it with infantry, and it'll show up to everyone. So, okay. Issue date at the new front line, red. So what we wanted, the viewers, I've been listening to the viewers. One thing the viewers wanted is helicopters now involved as a full-time setup. So they fly just as much as the aeroplanes, rather than just having little token jobs on both sides. So now there's a full-time job for helicopters on red and blue. And it's just going to get really messy. And there's something else I should say. I mean, these missions get so big now. Let me go and see how many people we've got. So in today's mission is 32 people have turned up so far. So making the kind of cool, sexy Hollywood video for me or anyone is just going to be impossible now, basically. So what I'll do is I'll do cockpit view, and then I'll go over and do the TAC view. It's the best we can do now with so much action. You've got FARP. That is 20 miles left, blue side of the front line, and 20 miles the other side, in the red side, you've got a red FARP and a blue FARP near the front lines. And they get to take off, and their job is to shoot the ground forces, which we'll all go through in a minute. And in fact, I'll come back to that in a sec, so just take my word for that for the minute. Targets. It's a start. I've just restarted the campaign. I don't have any ground targets for you as such, and what I'm going to start doing is having less targets for you for blood and whatnot to go and bomb, and what I'm going to do is make you guys have to find those targets with ELINT missions, with scoping out things with the A10C's T-pod and finding coordinates. So less stuff is going to be fed to you on a plate, because that's just, I want to make this phase even harder. Target name Alpha is everything. This is for the blues, obviously. Location is east of the border. It's a high priority. It's defended by everything. The targets are all any target of opportunity. So you're welcome to kill whatever you want. I should say the end target of this campaign is to take out the 3 red bases at the back. If we take out all of those runways, I mean, technically, in theory, you could even do it tonight. You could have some secret mission that went in, but I can tell you it won't work. If you take out all 3 bases, then that's the Reds' end of the campaign. That's coffee done once and for all, thank God. Because I don't know how many more months I can take. Okay, and hold. So you'll be determining your own targets in your own groups today. India is always a low secondary target, and nothing's changed except India. AWACS is now right out to the east, heavily protected. Okay, guys. So we go to the threat picture. Now, there's just too many SAMs in Phase 2 for me to start naming and whatnot. There's, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 SAMs in there, all mixed up. Everything's in there. IR, SACLOS, radar, all different types of radar. Everything's in there. And all the way up to the front line. Take a note, the Red Force struggled to get any big systems into the mountains. So the mountains are scarcely covered to the north and the south. So they are travel corridors. I don't need to tell you that. You can see that by yourselves. If you're going in the travel corridors, you may not cross the front lines. You can see them with the dotted units. They're infantry units, and they will show up on both sides for the border. Okay? The orders, like I said, if you seem to gain an advantage by going for the border, then you get in trouble. It will happen because, not on purpose, people will just go, I'll do it myself, I'll go over the border by accident, I'll get punished if it helps me win a fight or something like that. Okay, guys? That's that. So we've got to kill, end of the campaign is to kill all 3 bases. The right distance between the nearest blue base and the nearest red base is 150 miles. So these are now big missions. These are big 150-mile sorties. We haven't got any refueling planes in yet. It's something we can get once we've cleared some SAMs. Obviously, there's no point of having any refueling planes at the moment because they'd have to be further west than our bases. And hold. Okay. Our fleet is still in there to the west, but we've disabled cruise missiles. We're pretending cruise missiles have only got a firing distance of 100 miles because what we don't want is to just cruise missile all of Red's units because it would just make it a bit too easy. So we're saying they're there, they can fire SAMs and stuff, but they can't fire their cruise missiles. Okay? Next, front line. The front line will be moving as blue push forwards or red push you back. You never know what's going to actually happen. And so I've got a zoomed in area of the front line where the 2 meet. Now, Fish has all done this for us. He's done 2 serious, realistic, more or less equally matched ground forces here. And he's done role play with them. Now, I just haven't got the energy. I'm too tired to explain all of this at the moment. But it's all been done. And those ground forces are no longer token ground forces. The way in Coffee Phase 2 this works, so these ground forces are the ground forces. There's no reinforcements. Once the blues go and kill all of those reds, that's it. They've got no more ground forces. It doesn't mean they lose the campaign, but without any ground forces, the blue ground forces will just push and eventually win the campaign quickly. So keeping ground forces and flying helicopters is a real mission now that has to be done. Flying A10Cs and stuff is a real mission for taking on ground forces. There are real targets that have to be done, guys. And killing one will take it out of the campaign forever. Hold.
And the nice thing is the front line is very near the blue side, so A10s can have some fun for a start.
Okay, yep, happy with that. Yeah, I've got everything, hello, don't worry about it. Now, a lot of this is going to have to do with helicopter wars. I'll have these FARPs, a red and blue FARP, and I guess it's a bit unrealistic in a way, but it will match wherever the front line is on that day. So if the front line's pushed back 50 miles, they'll all move back 50 miles, so we can still play helicopters and, not have to travel for 200 miles. I've not got any rules about the helicopters. I haven't decided whether we give the red helicopters 1 life or 2 lives. It's something we need to have a talk about in a minute. Blue helicopters get 1 life. Blue helicopters have all Gazelle models. They have MIA and they have Huey. So everything apart from KA50. Reds have KA50 only. Okay? And we'll decide how to distribute that in a bit. There are limited airframes now with helicopters, so you can't just go and have fun. You have to not get shot down, or you'll run out of airframes, and that's the end of, not the campaign, but that's the end of your campaign if you're a helicopter driver. Okay? That's other things I should point out. Tazy, just looking through. Borders, red front, red bases, borders. No, just the scales. Really pointing out the scale and the borders. Okay? Expected aircraft threat hold. Okay, they've now got J11s as well. Chinese have decided to sell them. Now, the Red 4 do have a 6 airframe deficit to the Blues. That is a real... As well as losing these 3 bases, the Reds can actually lose this campaign by getting a too big a deficit of airframes shot down. I still haven't decided what the number is yet. I haven't really got a feeling for it yet. At some point, I will say that number, and then if the Reds reach that deficit number, that's another way they can lose that campaign, because there's no point of continuing at that point. There's no more Red 4 pilots, or everyone will have to go on to Blue side at that point. We'll decide it, but that's a real thing. So Reds don't 3 lives away, hence the last mission why I asked us all to run back to base and save our lives. We've got to start thinking about that to make it hard for Reds as well. So otherwise, they've got plenty of airframes at the moment. The red airframes work a bit differently. They're just modern and old airframes. So they're only burning through their modern airframes at the moment. Once they get depleted, they'll only have old airframes to use. Okay. Blue ground force. We've got 30 corpus again, and it hasn't really changed from the end of last campaign. So there's no point talking about that. Inventory. We're currently down to 10 Eagles. So I mean, it's quite amazing, really. We go on to the second phase, second half, and we've got just half the amount of Eagles. So Eagles are priority. Hornets 12. Hornets are also priority. Tomcats. I don't know how we've lost so many. I don't think I've actually been shot down in a Tomcat, or maybe I have. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I have.
You haven't flown a Tomcat, have you?
Yeah, you were shot down.
Yeah, once, and he got shot down.
All right, brilliant. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that. Tomcats are getting rare, so it's just as being to. I'm not saying don't fly them, but I'm just saying if someone's getting rare, hold back a bit more. Go and throw mirages into them. Mirages, use as many as you like. We're never going to run out of mirages now. F5s, use as many as you like. SU-25's down to 14.
Challenge accepted.
SU-25 down to 14. That's okay. Vegans down to 16. It's pretty good. Bear in mind we're halfway through the campaign. AV8s, they're starting to get rare now. We've had a couple of big mission losses. So drive them, but conservatism is now more important than ever. A10C, use as many as you like. Choppers, we're down to from 30 to 18. So we do have to start thinking about not getting shot down. Tactics, I was teaching you about how to defend yourself from flankers. And you guys are going to have to figure out how to defend yourselves from KA-50s. That's that. I don't think I need to tell Red 4 before I send you off. Otherwise, the mission's just the same as ever for you guys. No limitations. Go and do whatever you want. I suppose we now need to go do the teams, so stand by. How many Red 4 have we got? Okay.
Is Kingston here?
6.
6 cap.
We've got Roger. Seahorse, Aloe, Indigo, Kingston if need be, Harrison and Kingston. Are you happy with 4 flankers and 2 helicopters, Red?
Yeah.
I'm here, guys. I'm just having some PC issues.
You've got a lovely operational area. You've got the whole map basically to do what you want with. So use it. Don't just pocket yourselves where Tomcats can kill you. I don't need to tell you. You know what you're doing. Okay, Reds. Can you please go into your own department, and so we can start doing planning.
Quick question, Cap, before I go.
Send.
If we die in a K-50 or something, are we allowed to then jump into ground commander and control ground forces?
Negative, because there will be more rules about ground forces, but I haven't had time to actually do that yet, and so we best not. So just stick to basic airframes today, please. And do we want the K-50s to respawn or not, guys? Probably not, because we've only got 3 Hueys. I'll probably do it on a mission-by-mission basis, depending on what we're up against. We've only got 3 Hueys, so only 1 life, Harrison and Kingston, please. Don't fuck up here.
Roger.
Copy.
Now, see you, boys. Right, that's the 6 Red 4 on their way. Just wait till they're gone. So it's 6 versus 26. I never thought I'd say that in the Green Reapers. In a campaign mission, a coffee campaign mission, it's 6 versus 26. Absolutely ridiculous. And obviously the Red 4 planes can respawn, so that is actually 10. 10 versus 26. Okay, guys. I mean, I haven't really thought of any tactics. I mean, like I said, there's 2 things we can do. One is attrition. That is just harming our way through those SAM sites. The bad thing about that is that will take many days. That will take 10, 20, 30 days to harm our way through and JSOW our way through those 20, 30, 40 SAMs. Okay. The second way is that we do low-level attacks around the edges. Obviously, as I've said, along those borders, they are not protected by SAMs. So we can go in kind of Bloodknock style and do that type of attack. Or we can do a combination of both, which will work better. I have absolutely no idea. So that's for you guys to start. But those are the 2 areas. The benefits, and before I let you guys go, the benefits and the disadvantages of both is that if the guys doing the attrition style war can stay in the middle of the valley. This is a big kind of 50-mile wide valley. If you stay in the middle of that valley, you're pretty safe. It's very hard for flankers, as we know, to come in these big open areas and shoot you down. If you guys are going on low-level attacks around the edges, no, you won't have any SAM threats, but it will be very easy for flankers to lie in wait in those canyons and take you down. So those are the things you got to weigh up. Other than that, I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Should we start getting people in groups, or do you want us to decide what groups to do first?
Let's think about some tactics and what our target for today is going to be first.
Okay, far away.
I think our first priority should be to kill Kingston and Co. because those black sharks could really cause us a headache. As far as I'm concerned, those flankers are quite a minor nuisance today because they've got a long way to come, and if I remember correctly, they don't have the best. They don't have the best amount of fuel.
Yes. So at this point, they're struggling.
So as long as we hold back and we completely plaster this first 20-mile, 30-mile area, completely wipe it out, so our armor can move up, and don't push forward too deep, because even if they engage and they lose their first life, they might not have time to come get us a second time if we just hold back and just really crush this first section and just really clear back. Maybe I think frogfoots are going to be pretty useful at this point because we were discussing before this, the harms seem to be a bit ineffective at the moment. So the frogfoots taking care of any sort of the longer range SAMs threats, or the Harriers and the Hornets maybe can engage with their sidearms and harms the closer stuff.
That's good. So what I've got from that, guys, is we've got a team of 4 Hornets, we've got a team of 4 Harriers, or near enough. We've got a team of Sukhoi 25s, and their mission is to do what we call kind of old style, what we've been doing in Phase 1, staying in the middle, staying back and just lobbing missiles. And the good thing about, because the front line is so close to Kutaisi at the moment, lob missiles, land refuel. Lob missiles, land refuel. Lob missile. We could actually do a lot of damage in one day as long as we don't get shot down. And we've got relatively good SAM coverage.
We will need a good cap, though.
Yeah.
So we have the Eagles. We should have, if we could get at least 2 to 4 Tomcats sitting back, just in case they see something, they can lob a missile in on us.
So those Tomcats can set Kutaisi, can't they?
If we could get somebody doing coordinates, the Hornets.
Yes, this is exactly right.
36 targets at once.
I was planning to do this today, but I might hand it off to one of you guys because I'm so tired. I was just going to sit in an A10C above Kutaisi and get coordinates for JSOWers of ground targets. Priority SAMs, because we don't go anywhere without SAMs. But after SAMs, all those ground targets, you can find them easily in an A10C. Pump coordinates in a systemised and organised fashion over to the JSOWers, and then the JSOWers start going out, which are much harder to stop for the hostile than the AGM-88.
If the Hornets conserve their fuel during their seed phase, after lobbing off those harms, they can go into a kind of defensive counter-air role.
Roger. I mean, to be honest, fuel's not an issue today. You are literally fighting on your airbase. That's what you're doing today. So as soon as you run out of fuel, it's 3 minutes to go and land and get up again.
I would suggest any of the valuable assets, as soon as we get the SA that the enemy are getting close, withdraw. I'm going to pull my Harriers back as soon as their flankers get near, because we're getting too low in numbers to be risking hanging ourselves out on a dangly when we don't need to. How
far does our friendly SAM coverage extend over the airfield?
You are beautifully covered. Both of our air bases are 100% covered with good SAM sites. I've got nothing to worry about at all from being attacked close range.
Yeah, about 15 nautical miles.
Apparently, the Hawk system has been fixed for those low-flying bandits that booster overboosts over them or something. That I think DCS.
Right, I don't know. But our
it was in the patch notes.
In roleplay, what I'm saying, our Hawk system is fixed because it was broken, as in physically they blew our unit up. We fixed that now, and our Hawk system.
So I'm seeing like the Hornets and the Su-25s going for those. What is that? 3 or 4 mid-range SAMs.
Yep,
that cover
that's
the front
exactly what I
lines.
suggest.
They're the first ones that we need to take out because that allows anyone to get in and try and get the helicopters. Makes the Harriers' life a little easier. They can sidearm the shorter range stuff. If we do a flight of that with the Hornets first, if we can either go back up with the Holmes or if we've got an A-10, we can put some JSOs on then and just orbit and wait.
Yep, absolutely.
That's how I see
you
it.
guys know what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah. No, we may want to do a 2 and 2. Have 2 people with the JSOs
Actually,
and 2 guys with
Yeah, I
the
was
arms.
going to
Just
thought that
keep going
saying.
at it.
Saying that, guys, it'll take a while for an A10 to go up and get coordinates. It needs half an hour. Why don't you all got 88s to begin with, launch them off, then go and land and rearm with, depending on how far, how many units the A10 spotted at that point.
Yeah, like Zane said as well, we can split into 2 flights. We've done that before. If I let Zane off with some 88s, he'll just fly all day, popping them off. He's quite happy, and he'll hit stuff. So
I think the problem is we're going to have to lob a lot of 88s because they're not working exactly right. So
Well, they're
just a
working. What you have
one.
to do is just launch one and do an orbit and let that one go in and hit it. Because if you launch 2 or 3, the other ones have a chance of missing. It's back to the old way they used to have it, I guess.
Just a slight question. Would it be worth the Hornets carrying some Mavericks this time? Because you're not going to be danger zone quickly, so you might be able to get some time on top of your Mavericks.
The Mavericks
are very short range as well.
They're working. They're not working. Also, Zulu flight for the helicopters. Do you guys want me Shadow in a Gazelle? So I have the RWR. Perhaps I can help.
Yes.
Do you get a Minstrel variant out? That can potentially hunt down the...
It's a good idea.
There's no missile. That's the problem.
What do you mean there's no missile?
The Minstrels?
Yeah.
I told you, everything's there.
Oh, okay.
Have I told you that somewhere else? Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot to delete the old note. Yeah, it's all available, guys. Anything you want apart from KF50 is there. Guys, just before I forget, I think I've just sort of decided that because choppers are going to get such a raw deal, I think all choppers, red and blue, get 2 lives. Purely because you're going to get shot down in the first 5 minutes and everyone's going to get pissed off. So blues, you get 2 lives, unless anyone has any major objections. I think that's the way to go. Blues get 2 lives, and I'll go and tell reds as well in a minute.
Roger that.
The choppers get 2 lives?
Yeah, choppers get 2 lives on blue and red. I think that's the way to go, to give them a bit more say in the campaign.
Can you switch between?
As in go up in one helicopter and then go up in another helicopter, do you mean?
If you get shot down in a helicopter, can you switch to like an F5? Or
no,
something?
Definitely not. Definitely not. You must stay a helicopter. Whether you can change helicopters, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on that.
No.
Yep, sure. Okay, carry on planning, guys. So, well, let's populate it. Well, Obi's already populated his Hornets. That's the easiest one to populate, I think. Next is going to be the Frogfoots, Elo, and Onslaught. And I'm tempted to do that myself now. We've got plenty of cap up there. Me and my boy, should we be Frogfoots then?
There you go.
I think we should. It's just useful thing.
Have
you got one?
Be a froggy. Come and be a froggy.
What's my boy?
Yeah, the more frogs. If we get a full flight of frogs with the Harriers, we just switch to pure strike and cast because we Harrier sidearm just in case. But if you guys are up, you're very effective.
Okay, do that then. Okay, Frogfoots, you should really be leading this onslaught. I'm not a good Frogfoot driver, but I'll get us killed. Dagger is the next most important. That's Harrier. Sounds like Cypher's already got his men sorted. My thing for you is, it's just Harriers, just because of how they work and their weapons, it's very easy to get shot down. So just conservatism. I know it's tempting to go and fly into those tanks, but
yeah, that'd be my instruction. Not to get themselves killed.
Roger. Mirages, I'm not going to tell you anything because they're basically free airframes almost, so I'm not worried about you. Eagles, Rage, you've got a good job to do. If someone's got to be expendable, send the Mirages in Rage. Don't you do it, because we just can't afford to lose Eagles at this point. So don't chase flankers into the mountains, for God's sake. F-15s, send the Mirages in, and F-15s try and stay in the middle, because you're actually probably the most valuable aeroplanes at the moment. Okay.
Is it worth holding the Mirages as QRF on the ground? And then basically, as soon as those flankers get near, according to SA, send them out and engage.
Up to them, up to you guys. Really, I don't have any thoughts.
I mean, as Mirages, we're going to be pretty useless as far as air superiority goes. We can definitely keep them busy.
They've got plenty of fuel to be able to stay in here.
I mean, that was
no. What I mean is, we don't have the munitions.
Yeah, so the way I think about the Mirages is they're like the terriers, terrier dogs. They're just there to nibble at the heels of those flankers, and then Mirages feel welcome to chase those flankers into the mountain like a little dog, and just nibble at them and make them make mistakes, because it doesn't matter if you die. So do that rather than the F-15, and liaise with the F-15 on that front.
Am I alone in the 14 today?
Probably.
Yeah.
We just don't know how.
Do you want somebody? Do you want me to switch from the F-15 to the F-14? Give us another flyer.
What I was thinking of is possibly using the Mirages to support the 14 in BVR range if anything gets within. And the 14 can strike it out at anything we as a team see. I can lob Phoenixes at anything long range. And if anything presses us, maybe they could sneak around or flank them or work as a constant.
What I'd say, guys, is Mirages are 0 to 10 miles today. Eagles are 10 to 20 miles. And 20 plus miles is Whistler's lot. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anyone? You're welcome to be another Tomcat if you want, but because we don't know how this phase 2 is going to work, we're probably waiting to see how effective they are. They were very effective over the sea, obviously. Are they going to be effective in this land mass? I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm already nervous about being so feet.
Roger, so see how it is and adjust on a mission-by-mission basis. Okay, guys, that's really good so far. Frogfoots, everything's good. Vigans. The problem with Vigans is they're only useful against, set targets where you know where they are. Well, that's not technically true.
Elint mission?
Cam, the only problem with the Elint mission is you are going to get 40 returns and just a massive box. Well, I don't really know. Ruby and Trash, have you got any ideas of what you'd be useful for here? Because I can't think what Vigans are useful for at the moment.
I just carry for because we have so many.
Carry 4 Mavericks each, go on a strike on the ground targets and get the help and repeat and rinse and repeat.
Okay, now here's the thing, guys. The most dangerous thing for helicopters and for CAS is killing our own blue tanks. It's much more likely you're going to see a blue tank than a red tank. So you guys are going to find a way. What I can say is the Reds are Soviet, ours are NATO. That's what I asked of Fish.
Okay.
I'm sure he's right.
I could switch to Gazelle.
Yeah, absolutely, you're going to switch to a Gazelle. It's a much better use for today. Vigans are going to be used when we're attacking the hostile base. They're not much used attacking a front line of tanks and stuff at the moment.
I would take an A10, but they're all...
Since Sly is our only hog, I'm assuming he's the guy that's going for coordinates today.
How many C's do we have in the campaign?
You've got 4 C's, so you can be a C trash, and your main job will be orbiting safely and getting MGRS to lat long coordinates for the boys. Did you see us show you how to do that? Did you see my video on that?
No, I didn't.
Roger, excellent. So that's good. And again, if you're in a Warthog and you get shot down, I don't care. We've got more Warthogs than we ever need.
Baby Bear.
Send.
Rubicon wants an A10. Is there not another one available?
Yes, of course. There's 4 A10Cs, 4 A10As.
No, I take the Gazelle if there's
that's fine. Take the
more
Gazelle.
to do for helicopters.
Okay, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We've got our seed, Frogfoot. Now, is that everyone, of all 26 blues, on the sheet?
Cap, Cypher, we're about to depart.
Cap is ready for you when you're ready.
just close up with me.
Understood.
Cap, this is Whistler. I'm going to take off after the Hornets. Going to get some air cover up there.
Absolutely. Once the Hornets will be taking off, we're all free to go after the Hornets take off. About 5 seconds.
Alright, I'll stay on the left side for you to take off then, Whistler. Head back to
Get a progress check.
Alright, Big Sun, through 80%. And takes off in 3, 2, 1, now full power.
Watch out for my weight, Elo. It's going to be dangerous in this thing.
Copy that.
Is there something on the runway ahead, or is that my eyes?
That's alright. Hello, Roman. Whistler beginning radar sweeps. I am one giant radar dome right now. Thinking left, take a left turn.
I noticed there's 2 stages of flaps. Is one meant to be takeoff?
Cap, Saber 2, A7. 1 is for takeoff, second stage for landing. Cap, Saber 2.
Send Saber.
What's up? We're going now. Weren't we supposed to take off before the F5s and Eagles?
It doesn't matter. The hostiles will be a long time coming. Get airborne, do your job. I bet those mirages fuck up. I can just feel it.
Have a little fade, Cap. Taxi traffic. Full ship F-15 Eagle taking runway 07 for takeoff.
Wow, who's the conners? They're already conning them.
Hammer flight, porting 29 nails out to the east, unknown range at this time.
Man, this is a sack of shit to fly.
Yeah. I'll slow down a bit so you guys can catch up.
Thank you.
Cap, it can shoot down to SU-27.
It can, yes, well done.
Malaysia, tune 121 for Mirage.
Okay, Phantasmagoria on. Is there anything else we have to do? Just Phantasmagoria on?
Phantasmagoria on, music on if you want to, and that's pretty much it.
Yep, music on. Lovely. FC3 for the win, boys.
You can turn on the IR ECM as well with Control E.
I had no such idea we had that, but thank you.
Yep. That thing will save lives with IRs.
Cool play.
I've dodged so many IR missiles with that shit.
you with us, hello?
You're like taking off runway 07, copy that.
Anyone know what happened to 3?
It's right behind us.
3 comms?
Continue on 127. Yeah, copy that. I'm right behind you guys. I'm having some difficulties with my aircraft right now.
Well, explain.
Roger. It's like bouncing in the air just randomly.
Have you tried getting a new one?
Like it's doing a hit. I can try, but I'm in the air behind you guys. I can fly fine to the AO and attack stuff.
Okay.
Trim it out, trim it out. Roger that, trim it out.
If you can get near us, we'll be able to have a good visual inspection. Make sure you haven't picked up anything. Sounds like it's bugged though.
Copy that.
Can't move
I don't see any damage visually on you. Yeah. I'm on your right, Cap. Low, going up to the left. I'm gonna continue the climb. Once King Gear is here with us, we will turn left back towards the front line.
Looks like they've updated the weight turbulence. It's doing weird things to me I've not seen before.
Yeah, that might have been it. Yep. King Gear, let me know when you're in position. Top them on your left wing now, pulling up. Roger. Alright, making a left contact report. 2 times bandits incoming from 70 and 80 miles. Angels 20 at about 088. Gonna speed up a little. Hammer is breaking into a circle, getting too close to the enemy SAMs.
Tally hostile comms. Long way away.
Zero flight status. Increasing the bank.
Target.
Alright, seems on target. Hammer re-engage. Alright, yes sir. Shortening out.
Who's going for what?
Unsure. Leveling up. That's the whole system.
That's ours, Roger. Oh, I just realised something, boys. Now, I looked at the triggers on this mission, the Shifty did, and the SAM sites are all based on triggers, so I think he said it, so they only come alive when we're over the top of them or something. I didn't have time to investigate.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, I just realised...
He set up to... Yeah.
I didn't think to investigate any further, but this could be trouble. Because we should be seeing 50 SA6s in front of us.
Hammer has 2 bandits at 50 and 60 miles. TW is locked.
Yeah, also tally SA11.
Roger, alright, looks like, let's go. 2 Fox 3 is going out. Cat and King Gear, how about you go for the SA11? Hello, you and me, we go for the unknown target. Copy that.
Roger, 2 and 3 going for SA11.
Frog locks, 2 Fox 3s outbound. I've got the left unknowns locked.
Negative, can't go for the SA11, it's 200 kilometers away, unlocking.
Roger, copy that, got the right.
We'll just back you guys up with extra long range shots.
Fox 3 is on 3rd bandit. They appear to be going in a group, they're coming in. I have to break off, getting too close to enemy SAMs.
They're all miles away.
I've got another unknown popped up.
I think there's an A10 buzzing over here.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a F-18, is that? He's just gunned me.
You're down.
Oh yeah, I'm going down, yeah. My engine's shot.
So Harry, you're right above me.
I put it down though.
Watch a ground.
Whistler, when you fire your Fox 3s, as long as you're not in SAMs, bring your throttle to idle, your air brakes out and come down to Mach 0.8. That should preserve your range and allow you to get to TWS and allow your missiles to go pitbull without losing TWS.
We can't go but more than about 15 miles past Kutaisi Lee. It might be a trap from Shifty. Because these are miles away.
Roger. Then just go for any targets of opportunity. Then we don't really know what's in the area, to be honest.
Roger.
We are still in friendly territory though, so should be fine for now.
Copy. Okay, situational awareness, guys. Also check left for comms. Don't know what they are.
Whistler, splash 1.
Good job. Nice work.
Alright, Kutaisi is coming up on our 9 o'clock. Traffic, copy 25 over 9. We should be approaching the front line soon.
No Joy airfield. Must be being an idiot.
Oh, it's right under us.
Roger.
Alright, they're inbound hot on the group, guys. Ground attackers, I would advise breaking off for friendly SAM coverage. F-15s, you guys need to be going in next.
Copy that. Attacker flight breaking off. Did you hear that?
Roger, I don't know our situation. I don't know how close we are, guys, or where we are. We've got another 50 clicks to go. I don't think we're
currently approaching the reserve.
Splash 2 bandits, splash 2 bandits. There's one still out.
Seven back traffic, copy 517. Also going to climb. Going to 5,000.
Nagi traffic, Halo 4's initials. Nagi 09.
Copy that. How far is the SA-11 for you right now?
Number.
Hammer recommit.
Got an SA-6 at 80 miles. Lost the SA-11. Do you guys see it?
We don't have any coordinates. Nope, it went down. Hammer flight contact port 55 miles. Angel at 3 unknowns on the scope. Currently flanking. At about 091.
Kutaisi traffic, inbound. That SA-11, the SA-6 is the closest. I don't know how we go for it.
Roger. Let's go cautious there.
Roger. I'll still burn for the unknowns for the...
Bandit in close. 40 miles. Fox 3.
Kutaisi traffic.
31 miles.
I know, it's COA. Targets 40 miles from the river at Foxy. Whistler, bandit call for Angels 3 miles in front.
On the deck.
How far?
35 miles. 9,000 feet.
When it gets to 25, we better turn.
Roger, copy. Watch yourself too. You've got still
Hammer breaking off. Lost lock.
Okay, SA-19's popped up.
RTB on the deck.
Fire wheel.
Fox 3 coming left and...
Caps going SA-19 and then buggy.
Yeah, burning around 270. King, Magnum on SA-19.
Cap Magnum.
Hammer is RTB rearm.
2 of them left to right.
29 miles.
We'll just shoot you all of them.
Magnum.
Cap cold, cap cold.
Hammer, splash 1.
Splash.
Get cold, stay high. Meet up at Kutaisi Air Base.
Roger.
I say again, Hammer RTB. OB5, stay SA. It's currently clean.
Captain Kutaisi, just look for the hawk. The hawk.
I guess the F-14 do work in the mountains.
I'll meet you at 4,000 above, 4,000 meters above it.
4,000 meters, roger.
The variable terrain is probably making them have to pop up now and then, and that brief echo is enough.
Either way, great work, Whistler.
All part of the service.
Alright, scope is clean.
Roger. That is 20 kilometers from Kutaisi, 4,000 meters.
Head 03 taking active 09 knots for immediate departure.
Hammer to Kutaisi traffic, initials. Breaking into downwind.
Shall we re-engage, Cap? Looks like the airspace is clean for now.
What was that?
Shall we re-engage? The airspace is clean for now.
Let's get back together at Kutaisi and then we'll go in as a unit. So I think it's going to be safer for organisation.
Alright.
Good thing to do is lock the Hawk system up and then you can see how far away you are.
Hammer on the downwind for Kutaisi 08. Turning finals.
Okay, Cap left orbit round Kutaisi, 4,000 meters. Come and find me. Flares coming out.
Tally.
Well, come and get me, boys, and lead overtake me.
I'd scan low, check for helicopters. Listen on final, runway 08, Kutaisi.
Lead, sorry, Cap's flaring.
Chevy lead, Halo lead.
I think the low range targets are the best to go for, guys. The more SA-19s and stuff.
Yeah, we could just work our way up. Alright, F-15, it's your show while I rearm.
How close to me are you, lead?
About half a mile. Go visual. At your 7 o'clock. I'm gonna turn in now.
Tally, I think a tally. One flare from lead, please.
Flare?
Negative. See some of you other boys, but not you.
I just exited the cut flaring.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, he's slightly below me, guys. He's slightly below me.
Down, safe taxiing, clear of active.
Okay, re-engage. I'm with you, Lee.
Roger.
Three and 4, are you with us? Onslaugh's just crashed. It's as in his. Oh shit, this ain't good. This ain't never gonna be good. Fuck.
That's safe.
SU-27, the Harry was right in front of you on your left hand side.
Now to try and slow up but not gain that much altitude.
Am I allowed to GCI for you?
Oh, I've got guns on me by F. Yeah, I'm dead.
Shifty 2 miles to your north. There's an airport.
Oh, that's just cheating. Oh, that is cheating.
Yeah, I can't shoot.
Just press spacebar.
Stocking traffic, stack returning cars.
Stocking Halo 4 in the Stocking traffic. Chewy on final, runway 08.
Have Bandit at 40 miles in alignment.
Roger.
Stocking traffic, OB, final 09. Yep, it's that. Whistler, Fox 3.
Stocking traffic. Lost lock, Halo 4 turning 5. 09.
Where are you, Onslaught?
Just landed.
Oh, there you are. Right, chop, and we'll get up again.
Stocking traffic. Is there an aircraft on the runway?
Bandit has turned cold. Repeat, Bandit's turned cold. 40 miles. Hammer turning cold. Not getting sucked out there. Rocky traffic is a weird way. Fox 1 on KA-50.
Did you just collide into something just as I shot him? At him?
Hammer. Any other cap up here?
Silver 3 is still up, though I will have to go back for fuel soon.
Yeah, I'm down to 1 Fox 3 remaining, and I think we have at least 229 nails out to my 6. I'm gonna need more support up here.
Let's head up flight. We could split and provide you with 2 Hornets and a cat roll if you like.
As you will.
We're actually
down to 2 cat twins right now.
Roger, that's a problem.
I just repaired. Do you need more cap flights up?
Frogs want to go out again, but we need more cap up.
Halo flights go right, starting back up and provide 2 Hornets for cap.
Do you have any more F-15s left?
Yeah, I just repaired. I'm starting back up now.
F-15s are repairing and we'll get back up.
We currently have... Contact report, 1 bandit about Angels 2-0, appears to be cold. He's got a buddy about 100 miles out from him, looking to...
got that annoying boot shift R. Your choice, lead.
ETA Onslaught?
Unknown, receiving right now. Probably about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes. Ooh, turns out I'm bingo fuel. Yeah, you Eagles are gonna have to get up here even sooner than I thought.
Roger. You might as well get in.
Yeah, these guys are definitely turning cold. I'm gonna head back. You may just have time. I'm gonna go ahead and do a RTB. Say again? Ground, guys, sing out if anybody starts pinging you.
I think King Gay was trying to repair.
Roger. Can we have a hit count on our cat side right now? How many do we have?
I believe it's just Whistler so far. I'm starting up now. I had to repair.
Roger, F-15's left with 2, is it? Ready to the F-15s. Snarky Koki Leighton, one single F-15 taking off runway 09. Good timing, guys. Hammer on initials for Kutaisi. 10 seconds for immediate departure.
Copy that. Second, be aware of the aircraft on the opposite end of the airfield.
Runway's clear.
Roger, I'll be up in the air before I even get down to you.
Roger that.
Yes, Kutaisi taking 08, immediate departure.
25 minutes left, guys. 25 minutes. Okay, lead. As soon as the runway's clear, you take us off.
Right, AMX is showing clean for the moment. Roger. Report has ready to taking off.
I got 150 miles to go. We can get some strike in.
Alright, let's go. I'm gonna punch it.
2 rolling.
Whistler, Kutaisi downwind for 08. Whistler, be advised, you got 3 times SU-25Ts taken off runway 26. A-firm will continue pattern until you guys are rolling.
Snarky traffic, Halo 2 taking 09.
Cap broken gear, but okay. Fuck me. Sideways. That was scary.
Beware, track up ahead. Onslaught. Roger, Mirage above you.
Yep, tally.
Tomcat.
Pop group 098 for 120 at 5. Hot.
My plane is... something's wrong with it, boys. It's threatening throughout the sky. Can anyone check me for damage? Something seriously wrong with my plane. Oh, sorry, it's a tail wake. I keep forgetting about tail wake. Never mind.
Like, soon as he clears 6, he'll be alright.
Let's turn straight in, lead, because we haven't got much time. They're on their way.
If I'm turning in.
Close traffic, single A10. C taking active 0.
Hammer, last radar reports. Scope's clean past 100 miles. Over now. Punch in.
Any eyes on targets?
Alright. Knocking traffic. Chewy, taking runway 9 for departure out to the east. I'm gonna weave just to see if there's anything. Kutaisi downwind. Snarky Sabre 3 inbound on final from the east 4 miles out. I'm not getting anything on my scope.
Roger, interesting.
Kutaisi traffic hammer turning final.
Sorry, holding your here, Whistler.
Appreciate it, I gotta get down quickly. And back up.
Those were the SS6s and 11s and 10s.
You said we gotta get close.
Yeah. loose formation. I'm gonna go in and see if I can get them to activate.
2.
3.
We're deliberately going north, lead, because we're heading into the mountains.
Yep, 10 heading 012. So anything active 08. I finished. So lucky and they make it. Whistler running up behind you right side. Traffic. Thanks for reminding me on the right side. I'm up here. Jackson left active, out of active. 90. Hey fam, stand right. Oh, I got it. Copy that. 090.
Targets, or 7.
Yep, 3 targets. One without anything. C2 popped up. I got 4 unknowns on the scope. Yep, 4 unknowns. Sorry.
They're all
I'm gonna go ahead. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the second to the left.
Cap far left.
Copy that. The one to the right. It's icy. Whistler clear of active. Seems like it's a little further away.
Yeah, keep an eye out for additionals.
Copy that. Sunset rolls up, depart into the northeast. An additional one just popped up to the right.
Range?
Unknown, far right. I'm turning in. Oh, that's the SA6.
What's ranges you got it at? Cons, above.
SA6 range is 60 kilometers.
Cool, let's go for that.
That's our guy. Some traffic. 1 at 15. Take one more tally on the right side of it. F-15, how many left are you? There's 2 of us in the air, one's taking off now. SA-11 popped up. I've got an SA-8 lot, is in range of firing, Magnum. Hey firm, good luck, they appear to be heading in. Turning back to about 90 miles or so.
Where was that SAA? I don't have that.
120 somewhere.
Roger, looking.
I've Magnum on it.
Roger, track, gonna follow it up. I see it. Hello, 130, SA-15, SA-8, both need taking out.
Copy that, 130. SA-6 just stated.
Cap firing at SA-15. Cap firing at SA-15.
Got a lock on the SA-8. Did you fire at the SA-8? Onslaught. Just one Magnum on the SA-8.
Cap Magnum SA-15, turning away.
Evo's turning cold, waiting for you guys.
Cap code.
Hammer is rearm and refuel. Copy cap. Spike. Mud spike. Firebomb.
Code.
Defensive. Missile.
Flaring.
Not on us, Cap. It's on me. That's the money high. Wildcat flight, it looks like your missiles are hitting the trees before the SAMs.
Damn it! Cheeky shifty
Copy that, I
bastard.
can print you.
How did that miss?
Cap, you got the tour. Nice shot. Oh, never mind. Copy, taking different vector.
Right, next we're going for that SA-6 by the looks of it, boys.
5.
Copy, 135.
Someone do me a game time check, please.
10-12.
Roger, quarter of an hour. All units 15, 5 minute to play. Let's get these missiles off and get home.
Copy that.
I just got hit.
Oh fuck, what by?
Lucky jurisdiction enemy.
Back. You've got to go above the IR, guys. You've got to go 4,000 meters or above.
See a 120 out on someone. Yeah, I believe he's just launching to keep him out of our territory. I'm dumping my stuff from RTV.
Copy. Cap SA-15 going in.
That's good. I'm still at only 8,500 pounds of fuel still. This thing takes forever to refuel.
Cap safe above the IRs. Go for SA-15, then SA-6.
Protected traffic onslaught, emergency landing, 1 engine down.
SA-15 just shut his feckin' radar off. Damn it. Hello, you up?
Copy that.
What are your targets?
I'm searching. I'm waiting for you to turn in on the one now.
Got it. 115 SA-15, 40 kilometers.
Copy that. Got him locked. Hello, rifle.
Cap, Magnum, Roger. We've got plenty of missiles on that. Search for additional targets. Stay above 4K.
Stay. Copy.
Stay high. Watch for IR.
Cap, looking at the SA-6 now.
He went down. 15. Turned his radar off.
Yeah, Roger. Unfortunate, but suck it up. Did you see the SA-6? Did you see the SA-6?
Negative.
Cap, spike. I'm getting out of here. It's too dangerous now.
SA-15 back up.
Oh, have another pop. Have another pop.
Copy that.
What azimuth you got it on?
Magnum.
Do him.
Turn call.
I'm gonna go take a look at him. Say weapon state.
225 traffic. Halo 409 is straight in.
I've got 2 KX-25 MPUs left.
Oh, you're back in. Good man.
Cover that, yep.
Roger, got 3 left. I'm about to pop one on the SA-15 when I see it.
King's about a Magnum on a SA-15.
Cap firing, SA-15, Magnum.
King Magnum, SA-15.
Let's do him, let's do him.
King breaking off, Winchester. Yeah, you guys are quite deep into the zone right now.
Roger, I'm firing once more and then I'm turning. In fact, I'm firing now. Cap Magnum, RTB. That's our lot for today, boys. We're out of time. Fire your missiles and get out. Hello, we'll just dump them either way.
Yep.
And I'm turning out.
Emergency landing.
I got you on tally.
There's that, Cap.
Tally flash.
All units, Frogfoots are good and RTB for the end of the game.
This is probably like my third single engine landing in a coffee mission.
Hello, Magnum.
Hammer to Cap.
do you want me back up in the air? Hello, Magnum.
Yes, until we've landed, go up, then come down.
Go on, go. Stay firm, heading to runway now.
Okay, hello, back to Katese, please, 08.
Copy that.
King Gear, back to 08.
Literally just completed rearm.
Yeah, get up, but don't push, Whistler. My boys stay above 4K. That's the
Hey, firm, I'm an airfield guard. Copy that. Inbox, okay. Be advised, we are landing Sanaki Kolki. Daggerfall Harrier just had a game crash. Does that count as a death, or can I respawn?
You can respawn, but to be honest, you're just about to run out of time, so just leave it out.
Copy. Also, down safe.
Cap 40 clicks out. Cap 30 clicks.
Holy shit, my second engine just gave up just as I landed.
Good timing. The God wanted us to survive this, boys. Really well, really well.
Capacity traffic, runway clear.
Somebody might want to tell Red 4 they've got a long flight home if they want to be dumb.
Can we get a dead man on it or something?
I'll go let them know.
Katese traffic, Shagan inbound from the west, 20 miles, passing through Angels 12 for 08.
Hammer, taking Kutaisi runway 08 for departure.
Test traffic, King Gear is to the west, inbound from landing on runway 08.
Hammer rolling.
Attention traffic, King Gear is right downwind.
Fox 1.
Are there any more ground flights up? Sky's up in the right turn.
Rod. Hammer airborne.
Jesus, Whistler.
Whoa!
Mad son of a
See that F-14 cap?
nutter. What a nutter.
You can.
Cap downwind. Very fast. And very sexy.
Alright, also,
Red 4 just came. I'm RTB.
Katese traffic, Shagan initials 08.
Cap final.
Highway traffic, King Gear's turn to final.
I get one last AWACS call here just in case they're being cheeky.
Guys, RTB, mission's over.
Alright, Cap's gonna stay up here. Farthest one is 110 miles. Hammer, permission to bust the tower.
Granted. Do not destroy the tower, please. I don't have a parachute. I've used it last time. Sue. Keep left, guy who's landing.
When you rearm, it'll give you another one.
Yeah.
Katese traffic, Shagan on the brake.
Cap down is safe. Well done, boys. When you're down, just disconnect, guys. Just disconnect.
I'll stay into the Tacview like usual.
Roger. Wow, someone crashed landing. How did they do that? Who was that?
Katese traffic, snack our initials.
Katese traffic, Shagan downwind 08.
Snack our break.
correct saying you are not locking this up?
That's right, I'm not boffing it up. That is absolutely correct. Wow, 4 kills. I'm hot today. Contesting traffic, snack their turning fires. Dust traffic light entering the left-hand bend. There's no fence here, Cap.
Yeah, it's no horses distracted by.
Sounds like you'll be safe then. That's what they want you to. Side turning finals or 08 behind traffic F14. Thank you much later on downwind. Contingency traffic, snap directly and mark your final. Looks like our one bandit is 100 miles away from me at Angels 2. That must be our last guy just playing around waiting for the thing to stop.
Nice parachutes, Father.
Lucky safe returning final. Courtesy traffic. Halo flight of 2 Hornets at initial.
Hornet has landed, just disconnect please to save our frame rate and shit.
So it's your final sliding
clear of active. Away. Crazy.
Well done.
Shaking disconnecting. Hammer breaking into pattern. Kutaisi.
Look at you using a DLC like a progress button.
When needed. Courtesy traffic, Halo flight of 2 Hornets on final. Runway 09. Runway 08 vacant. And disconnecting. Slow down safe, taxiing clear of active.
Welcome back, boys. Disconnect and report in for debrief, please. Okay, welcome back. I mean, I was in my own little bubble for the whole of that, so it was a really quiet mission for me. But I bet it wasn't. I bet all sorts of stuff were going on. I don't know if there are air kills and stuff, but it sounds good. Right, let's go through it logically, guys, just because it's the only way to present it to the viewers. I'm just loading up the sheet. Right, the first guys were Howard Hammer, Whistler on your own, send.
All right, got up pretty early. Wanted to let the Harriers get off early because they had their first surprise ground attack, so they got off, and afterwards I got up, did a few clearings. I got quite a few kills today, mostly from Phoenix spam, of course, but I mean, that happens. That's what my job is. And I got 3 kills, 1 of Kingston and a Hilo. I did Fox 1 on a Huey, but I broke the lock before that could become an issue.
I think that was me.
But beyond that, mission complete. 3 sorties up, 3 sorties down.
Roger. Well done, Whistler. Sounds like probably man of the match, so that was good to see some form there. Next,
thank you.
Buick, I'm guessing F-15s?
Yep. Well, we did quite well. We took off, headed west just to get some good radar overlook of the area. And then we split into 2s, so 2 over the southern mountains, 2 over the northern mountains, and just watching the valleys on the way in. And initially, me and Chewie got 3 SU-27s in the southern mountains, and we had to engage them. I think we killed 2 at that point, and then the Mirages come in. This was after, or just during, Whistler's engagement.
Roger. So, wow, Jesus. Blues are getting good. How many, do we have any losses on F-15s?
1 loss. Shifty got me with an ET from the deck.
Roger, let me...
And then, what about mine?
Well, did you get a loss?
Yeah, I got shot down right as we were, I think it was game end, so it's kind of...
That one, yeah, that one won't be counted because it's after the game has officially ended.
When was that, sorry? When was this?
You
called for the game to end, so I told the Reds and I also told the Blues, but my comms got stepped on and the Blues didn't.
Well, tell me in game time when he got shot down, and I'll tell you whether it was at the end or not.
When was it? It was when the...
It was after you...
Back in. Yeah, the Reds had come back in, and so we had gone back out. We had done about 2 circuits. The Reds were coming back in, and then everybody started turning around. I didn't hear anything. I stayed hot. The flanker stayed hot. And we just kind of kept going until we both. I think we both ended up shooting each other down.
Yeah, me too, Chris.
I think I shot. Was it Shifty maybe?
I was just
Yeah, that was before that.
Okay.
Right. Oh, I don't have a game time. Or do I have a game time? I'm just looking at my Tacview, which may be troublesome. So what we do is we get 90 minutes, and anything within that 90 minutes. Does anyone know when the game started in UTC, in Zulu?
It was about 8 o'clock. Wow, that's
9 local time, but when was it Zulu? Because that's thingy time.
Okay, so officially according to Tacview, Shifty died that first time round. Yeah.
Cap, it started at 9. No, it started at 8 local time, so that would be 1900 Zulu. Around about, maybe it was 10 or 20 past.
Chewie, right? So that's about Chewie was well within time. He still had 8 minutes of game time when he died. So that is an F-15 down, guys.
Yeah, but the issue I have with this was because Onslaught came into the channel and said "Game over, guys." So I turned cold and then got shot down.
But let's deal with that on Reds. Let's just deal with it group by group, guys. Otherwise, it'll get really confused. And that's another thing we can address if we need to. So that was an F-15 shot down. I can tell you, I can say that. Just confirm it was just 2 F-15 shot down, yeah? Right, because I have to record this, otherwise it never gets recorded. Right, okay, folks, enough, guys. Can we have Saber Sound? Any of you Saber guys? It's going to be hard work, isn't it? Any Sabers bother to stick around?
Alright, baby. Yeah. We took off, circled the runway, headed in, climbed high. We got called in by Rage and their 15s. We attempted to go there. Warren and I split off. Warren got shot down. I unfortunately got shot down a few minutes later. But our third Mirage did quite well. He got a shot off, 1 air-to-air kill, and he landed successfully. We lost 2 Mirages.
Roger. That's well done, boys. So that's 16. Add that up to 4. That's 4 blue losses. Roger. Next is going to be Dagger. Who's Dagger?
That'll be me.
Sen.
Unfortunately, we didn't have the best of flights today. We got airborne. We sniped several SA-8s pretty quickly, but we really struggled to find targets. A lot of those targets are hidden deep in woodlands or in cities, and we only were able to pick out loose ones wandering around. Fortunately, we lost Atomic to Shifty. I myself ate Estrella when trying to, focused on finding another one I'd just seen launch. And I don't know what happened to Bozo. I think Roz survived. But I think we were down 3 Harriers, unfortunately.
Roger, that does suck. Right, okay. Ooh, that's 7 losses so far. Right, okay. Yeah, regards, what we found is we did get hit by IR SAM, but we survived. We found you have to be above 16,000 feet, and then you're basically invincible up there in terms of ground units. So that's what the Harriers will do if they want to survive in the future, by the sounds of it. Anyway, that's that. Who is the next group? You're going to have to start helping me out here, chaps.
Halo Hornets.
Hey, right, I have no idea what you got. I didn't see you once. What do you guys get up to?
So we took off initially with a seed loadout, went in Angels 32, got away the harms. I think we got about 2 or 3 SA-8s and a Tunguska or 2 on that run. We returned to base rearmed, went out again. Not sure on the results on that. I think we were going for the SA-6s, but they were a little bit too deep for where we were firing from.
We got a total of 3 SA-8s and 1 SA-19.
Good job.
Okay.
I'll go count them later, but yeah, Roger.
Yeah. So, and then third time out, we split into 2 groups of 2, and myself and Florida went up as cap because we were running short on cap at that point, and Sane and Ripcord continued with the seed. Went up close to within 15 miles of a bandit that was closing on the group of everybody returning to base. Just got 2 Fox 2s off at 15 miles to turn him round, which it did, and then RTB'd.
Roger, did you get any losses?
0 losses.
Oh, good. Hornets. Hornets are my group at the moment. They're doing well, aren't they? Well done, boys, as ever. Good job. Let me just check who's next. We've got Chevy. Send.
I went up in a F5 in the end for the first run. Looking for targets, had smoke pods and rockets to highlight targets up. Found 2 KA-50s, which I managed to take out. Then went RTB, switched to an A10, came out and had a good look around, but couldn't find any targets.
Roger, that's fair enough. You didn't get shot down, obviously.
Negative.
Roger, good job.
One more cap before you move on. One more thing. He managed to bomb one of the guys while they were on crash.
Harrison.
Yeah, managed to bomb
Harrison whilst he was dying, you cold-hearted bastard.
Oh yeah, I did finish him off with rockets.
You missed me though because I ejected before your rockets hit. Ha ha.
That's cool. Well done. Right.
A gun killed your ass, Kingston.
Right, I'll get it all on the Tacview. Wildcat. That was me. Right. It's you actually, Onslaught.
You wanna?
Yeah, well, not. We went up and we had we sent 8 KH-58s out. Then we turned cold. We were about to go back in, and I kicked. I was so excited, my little frog foot. I kicked the power cable to the router, and I got kicked out. When I joined in, I really don't know what happened. And then I forgot to film the next 30 minutes of gameplay. So all the cool stuff I didn't fit to film, which is great. And then, honestly, well, I don't know what happened next. I'm guessing you guys just came in for landing, or did you do some more runs? What happened while I was out?
While you were out, the 3 of us continued the Elo, I think he lagged out as well and crashed into a tree.
Yeah, fair play.
Left with me and King Gear. King Gear RT beat earlier since he used up his stuff. Unfortunately, he blew his tires and had to repair on the runway. I also RT beat, and that's when you came back and continued the attack. And I unfortunately got hit by an IR SAM. Took out one of my engines, but I managed to land safely. Everyone else managed to land except for Elo, who crashed on landing.
Roger. And to reiterate, for working over the front line, what we found is as long as you're Angels 4 metric or above, Angels 16 Imperial, or whatever it works out to. But you were perfectly safe. Well, I guess you'll see it in the movie. Okay, well done, guys. We didn't take any losses, and we shot a lot of missiles, as you see in the Tacview. We must have shot...
So the Hornets shot 40 88s and had 3 kills.
Roger, wow, that's a low thing rate. We shot lots of KH. We shot 16 KH 58s, maybe 20 KH 25s. So I'm hoping for lots of kills at Wildcat, but we'll see later.
It's called a nice, well-placed SAM network.
There you go. You see right.
All hiding in trees.
We still have the Huey. We still have the helo.
Helicopters blue. Helicopters blue.
Camera.
Oh, me to do it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We took off. Made it as far as the mountains. I didn't personally see any targets at all the whole time. I got took out by a tank. I think JD got took out by something. We only had... Did we have 3 losses?
I think it was a Gepard or something.
Shadow took a missile to the face, didn't they?
Yeah.
Rubicon lost 2 airframes, I think, to the leg.
So that's... kind of lost 4 airframes altogether, I think, then.
Roger. That's 4 belly boppers.
5. Mine, I didn't die, but my aircraft was rolled by a missile.
Copy that.
Roger.
And then, yeah, I literally didn't see an enemy at all.
Yeah.
A missile did come screaming past my head, but I don't know whether I evaded it or it just didn't track me properly.
Could have been the
I don't
Fox
know
one.
whether it was fired friendly or an enemy, but I literally didn't see anything the whole game.
Roger. Well, they are there. Yep. You guys are going to have to find a way of doing that. I don't know how you're going to do it. Get KF-50s, I suppose.
Tricky.
All right. Well, that's you guys. Anything else from the helicopters before we move on to red? Okay.
I think I just got killed by a Gepard, and then I went back up in a Mistral and just waited for air targets, and they didn't come.
Roger. All right. Fair enough. Can we have red helicopters? I'll probably be quicker.
Kingston.
Okay. Basically, we took off. You put the helicopters right next to the FARP, so we had to take off and land on the FARP to rearm. Then we had to take off. The trouble was, the FARP is so far to the west compared to the CAP fighters, we have almost no protection for most of our flight. So we decided to stay low. I went south. Harrison went north. We had a few aircraft that buzzed us, but didn't really see us. But we couldn't go high enough to see the targets to shoot at them, because every time we did, someone saw us. Slizy shot me in the face with a Sidewinder, then decided to rocket my corpse.
Nice.
And the second time, I got hit in the face with the SAM, trying to evade Whistler, I think.
Roger.
Harrison was shot down by Slizy twice, was it?
No, Sly once and Whistler the second time.
Wow. Sly's on form. And Whistler's on form. Well done, boys.
Yeah, so the K-50 precisely fired 0 ordnance.
Well done, boys.
Yeah, I couldn't get near enough.
Fox won a shot at Kingston, just went completely wide, so just like screw it and went in for a...
Well, I just did a video about this. They just don't track helicopters. Right, okay, guys.
Is it worthwhile having the FARPs closer together rather than at the far
Not
end?
Not really. You wanted helicopters. No. You wanted helicopters in it. You just have to get good at them, basically. I'm not going to babysit them.
Keep good.
Ouch.
Right.
No, I think it was good. It actually plays good.
So it was four deaths, yeah. Roger. Thank you for that. So that's a deficit of 0 because we lost 4 as well. Shifty's flankers, please, I guess.
Okay. This is going to take a little bit of time. Shifty, right, we split down to 2 separate flights. It was myself and Seahorse, Alamancy, I'll say it that way, it's easy, and Indigo. Right, we took off. It's a long flight, 100 miles to get to our FARP, so they were on their own for a long time, but we couldn't even get to the FARP because Whistler had fired a bank of, I don't know how many Phoenix at us, and 3 of us ate them.
Oh dear. Got
so
it.
by the time
in the beginning.
So by the time we respawned, we had one guy up there then to provide cap. So we then respawned, and because we're so far separated, we couldn't organise. So we went in as solos. I managed. I'll let the other guys say what they went through, but I managed to get in low around the northern side through the valleys, and I come up in the middle of everybody. I engaged Elo first, and he dipped down behind a mountain to avoid my missile and crashed. I then merged with shot the Harrier with a Fox 1, turned southbound, merged with a Mirage. While I was merged with the Mirage, I noticed an F-15 flying over the top. I didn't know it was an F-15. I saw contrails. I knew it was enemy from the data link, so I pulled up, fired an ET at him, re-merged with the Mirage, dodged a couple of missiles, accidentally flew over the blue SAMs, which fired at me, hit me, but also fired another SAM, which hit the Mirage behind me, and he survived. And then I fired another missile at a second Mirage and went back to base and landed. Second flight took off, got the order to the mission was over, turned cold, and got shot down.
Roger. Okay.
I'll leave the other guys to describe their fights because I was so busy.
Okay, next person. With your voice.
Where I can go. So me and Indigo took off. I got shot down by the 14. Left Indigo alive. He flew south, and F-15 started chasing him. So I went up, went to support him. Ended up fighting the F-15s and losing before Shifty joined up with us. Indigo managed to RTB, and then rearm, refuel, take off for a second flight. At that point, he still had 2 lives. We knew the mission was nearing the end, so I took his second life and went up for a third time. And then, mission basically got called. I engaged with Chewie. We traded kills 1 for 1. Indigo flew around, tried to pull people south for Shifty, but mission got called. Indigo went back to base, and Shifty unfortunately passed away.
Forgot the part where I killed Indigo.
Next.
We'll get there.
Indigo, that's you.
As Aloe said, I got chased by the F-15s, ran away back to base, came up, 2 cons in front of me, one was Baby Bear and the other was Leet, and went after Baby Bear, shot lots of missiles, none of them hit, and then Leeton got me.
Roger.
I think it was, you went after Chewie.
You went after Chewie.
Yeah, Baby Bear was in a...
Yeah, it's Chewie.
He did a shot in R-73. He wasn't flaring.
Next guy.
That's everybody.
Right.
Oh no, Seahorse.
Yeah, Seahorse.
Who wasn't flaring?
Sorry, I was on mute 1 second. Not Mr. Rad, I took off, got aim 54 in the face by Whistler, respawned, went to merge to help Indigo as he was running away, and got aim 120 in the face, so not that great, but...
I mean, well, you did do great. You killed 7 blue. Right, okay, guys.
We lost six flankers.
So regarding shutting the mission down, as in stopping the mission, that was my error. I was so tired I couldn't think what I was doing. So I meant to shut the mission down, but what I meant was Blue's RTB. I didn't actually mean to send that mission to Red's message to Red, so it should never have got to you. That was my bad. So we can discount Shifty's flanker death if you like, because that was.
Could I just looking at the Tacview on that? I don't want to cause a storm, but Shifty was hot on the returning Blues, and I Fox 3'd on him, and then he went defensive to that, and then turned back in to re-attack, and that was when the Mirage shot him down.
I turned into a valley to avoid being locked.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough, boys, because it would completely mess your game up if you were told suddenly the game is over. Oh, and there's, are you messing around now? Are we just dogfighting? So I'll take the hit for the team, and that's my bad. What I need is amount of flankers killed apart from that last one.
6.
7, was it not?
Ooh.
Well, Indigo only died once. Oh, you die? Oh, you lost his extra life. So I didn't count.
Yeah, I lost his extra life because me and Chewie traded at the end.
So is that 6 or 7? Sorry, guys.
7.
Roger. So it's even Stevens then, in terms of play. It's even in terms. This is so weird. I have been going on again and again, haven't I? This is just how even this is. And 7 planes shot down on both sides. 4 helicopters shot down on both sides. We just cannot separate these 2 teams. Ridiculous. That's how it is. It's exactly the same again, basically. Lots to learn. Reds obviously realise what they can't do. Reds realise they can't fly up high to ferry. Blues have realised that we can't fly below Angel 16 for the IRs. So it's just something we've got to learn on phase 2, really. So that's all good, guys. Any final thoughts before I go and just put the last touches together and whatnot?
I think Blues overall achieved the mission, because if you look at the Tacview, we got rid of all medium range SAMs over that front line. There's only a couple of SA-13s left, and that was kind of the mission, and we kept the red cap away from the front line. So I think it was a pretty good.
I mean, we're in a weird position where Red actually want us to kill their SAMs. What Red want is us to be nearer their base because it's really hard for them.
That's why the SAMs at the front line were fairly easy. I was kind of disappointed that you guys didn't try a flanking attack somewhere.
Yeah, I did give the boys the option, but they weren't that stupid, basically. Harrison, what have you given me? Just out of interest.
Just a bunch of external views I managed to grab from spectators.
Roger. Okay. Yeah. Again, apologies for not being able to make a proper video of this, but there's literally hundreds of interactions. I could just never do it. Okay, guys. Really good stuff. It was really a good game, and the way it ended out was just absolutely perfectly. Just amazing. This keeps happening. We'll be back on it for Monday. It's pretty much going to be a carbon copy with just the units taken out that have died.
You mean Wednesday?
Wednesday?
What did I say?
Monday.
Yep. So Wednesday, just be a carbon copy. All I'm going to do is go and remove the units, maybe move the FARP here and there. Otherwise, that's about it. All right. Good job, everyone. Really good mission, and I'll catch you guys later. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So it's time to go through the match in the Tacview, which is the only chance we really get to see exactly what happened. And just to give you an idea of the scope of the battlefield, it's just absolutely ridiculous. You can see the border along the northern side there, the border along the southern side there, and the massive 150-mile gauntlet that the Reds, the Blues have got to run. Just absolute, well, it's just awesome, really, isn't it? Okay, so let's try and figure out what happened. We've got to go through, make sure the plane deaths tally up with what the boys said, make sure we've got to put all the ground BDA in, so we've got to figure out what was killed so we can take it out of the next mission. It's just a lot to do. So, let's get started. First thing that happens is these guys take off. That's Harriers. They fired something, so that's a missile off already. So 122. It hit something, but no shack. Just double check that. Yeah, hits that OSA, but no shacky wacky. I was worried about the Hornets from the inception of their mission. I just knew it was going to be trouble. Sorry, the Harriers. They're not very good at this kind of mission where the hostiles can shoot back in the form of IR missiles. They're very, very vulnerable to low-range SAMs, as I found out in I think the last mission. And indeed, we did have 3 Harrier shoot-downs, so it was a bit fortunate. Harrison and Kingston airborne. Oh dearie me, what was that? Bozo just rammed into the ground. Not sure what that was. That's a new one. Don't know. No idea. There's a thing. Let's carry on. Okay, the Reds are up. They're going in a big 4-man formation ferry. Which turns out to be their downfall. They won't be doing that again, I can tell you. Atomic gets shot at by a SA-8 and gets out of there. Atomic's back in, SA-8. Whistler's coming in for cover. A bit low. Oh, I think it's just taken off. Yeah, the Hornets are up. I'm up, my boys. But where did the Hornets go? Oh, they went west, look. Very organised, that Hornet group. They know exactly what they're doing. And where did we get to? Atomic dodges a missile. Atomic dodges another missile. This is what I mean. To fight these guys, the Harriers have got to get shot at, basically. Terribly dangerous thing to do. Whistler's a lot further forward than I thought he would be, but kudos. Missile out from Cypher. That's the first kill of today. It's an SA-8. I've got no idea referencing which one it is, so I just have to write it down and find it out later. So, let's go. BDA SA-8. And Cypher fires off... No, that's Atomic, sorry. It fires off something at something. Maverick. AGMs, yeah. Well done. That's going to be 2 shacks by the looks of it. That's not easy to do when you have no idea where the enemies are, so kudos there. They were T-80s, so T-80. ATU. And that's 2 times. Up for the job. What's next on the list? 122 out for Cypher. That's SA8 hit with those shacks. The problem with having such with a £20 warhead. Another AG. Oh look! The Hornets are back. Their little thing with all their AGMs going out. We'll look at that in a second. Let's just see. Oh, and a hit on an SA8 and a kill from one of the boys. Great work. So that's another SA8 down. So already we're doing some good work. Has Whistler done his thing yet? Where did Whistler? There he is. Yeah, don't think so. Right. So down here we've got a bucket load of, look at all those AGMs. It's got a definite kill down there. Good show. 3 times SA8. Just check we're recording. There we are. What happens up in the north here? Something gets wiped out. Another SA8. So 2 north, 2 in the south, and then all the others miss, which is a bit weird. I'm not sure what that was all about, but okay. 4 times SA8, so they're all really clearing this area up now. Okay, what's next? Atomic's back in. Oh, look at that. He's picking them off. Both of the boys. Great work. Oh, look, there's a miss there. There is a miss. Oh, it's because he went for the same unit Atomic went for. Unlucky. That is a T80U. So it's 3 times T80s. T80, mate. And they're doing good. They're operating exactly where they should do and how they should do. So they're doing good at the moment. Apart from that, the weird death. I'm not sure what that was all about. Otherwise, the Harriers have done spectacularly. Whistler's on the move. He's just a little bit dangerously low. He could easily be shot by IR Sam. It's just very rare for him to operate down here. Not sure why he's doing it. And he's got a bunch of AGA. AEs have just appeared from somewhere. Where do they come from? Now, earlier ones looked that were lofted. Okay, so I've got to look at all of that. Oh, look, they all get shot down by the SA-10. Whoops. Just realised I've got to note down. So 1 times Harrier. No, I'll come back. Let's follow the doodahs in, shall we? Oh, they weren't expecting this. They weren't expecting this. The problem that the Reds have got is that to get from there to there, they need to go high to save their fuel. But Whistler will wipe them out every time if they go high. So they just have to accept that they have to go low and about 200 knots, basically. So the only way they can get hidden and save fuel. Now, I've just done a video about how to evade these, so we can see if these guys did it right or not. That would be a great test, wouldn't it? So, I'm not sure who gets hit. Aloe. What did Aloe do? Oh, Aloe just drives straight into it. So, that wasn't great. That guy, no, it says his Whistler shifted. That's not how you dodge. You've got to go sideward. Otherwise, you can't dodge these things. I know Shifty said that he has no idea that it's a Phoenix, but he knows it's a Phoenix because it's the only thing that can shoot 60 miles away. So they should all be ready for this. And they should all notch just like I showed in the video. Seahorse dodges and Indigo survives. So that's 2 flankers down. I'm going to put that on my little notepad. Right, there was some rogue 88s here, look. What did they get up to? No, they all got shot down by the SA-10. Look, pew, 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 pew. Oh, one made it through. No, because that was not what I was thinking. The 88s did all get shot down. Jesus, Whistler. That was close. Look at that. Jeez, look at Whistler. Didn't I tell you he was going way too low? That is a man with a lucky day. Jeez, look at that. I told you that's too low. That's far too low. And I'm not sure what's firing at me. So these are SA-19s. They should have got hits, really. I don't think there's any cloud. Maybe there was cloud in the way. That's close, Mr. Whistler. Look at that. Anyway, made it. Right. What's happening next, guys? Cypher's... Oh, we might have found some juicy targets. Check I haven't missed anything. I don't think I have. No. Yes. Tyke's on form today. Or is that Cypher? That's Cypher there. Or is it a little bit confuddled? No, that's Cypher that time round. And he's going to hit a ZU-23. Let's go for that then. 1 times ZU-23. Stop it. Okay, it could work. Says something died there, but I can't see anything dying. What died? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Let's fired a missile. Yes. No, nothing happened. Just got confused. Sorry. Got a little bit confused there. So that was Cypher's kill on ZU-23. Good discipline from the Harriers there, going in, they're not seeing anything, and then they're turning around. That's great work, and you may have to do that for the whole mission, but that's the way to do it if you don't get shot. Sly on form today. Sees nothing. So it's just doing little pushes in. That's a good job. Whistler's got another guy, fires a missile. And he did dodge it correctly, but now I can tell you from experience he gets a warning at 6 miles. See, the problem is he's got a warning at 6 miles, has been shot at, and he hasn't dodged it until 1 mile, so obviously he's going to die. So I know they're complaining, but they have all clearly dodged incorrectly. Sorry, I thought we got 2. So that's fired. There's another flanker to kill, and they're all very good kills from Whistler. They're decent kills. Got an M120 out, but that guy's dead now, I think. Oh, God. Oh, my boys. Now, here's where the shit really hits the fan. Look at my boys firing. Pew, all those. Oh, great. We all fired at the same guy. Well done, boys. Oh, well, at least it's definitely going to die. Look at, how did we all fire at the same guy? Well, how many KH-58s does it take to kill one SA-19? At least it's a very, very dead SA-19. So, 1 times SA-19. That'll have to do. Roz is in. Gets out wisely. Slides in. Sly sees Harrison. No, he doesn't. Sly's just patrolling. I mean, it's a good idea. Having a bunch of expendable F5s just patrolling no man's land. They can pick off the helicopters, which Sly did. Great. And also, if there's flankers out here, there's always a chance we can pick a flanker off, you know. And if we lose the F5, it just doesn't matter. So it's something I might do next time. Mirages are up here at Angels 30, doing their tang. F-15s are holding back, exactly as I asked them to do. Oh, Sly did kill. Great, great work that is. Good eyes. Oh, hit him with a foxlet. Oh, hit him with something. That's a Harrison down, that forced landing we saw. Very good. Like that. Roz is... He's in that awkward zone. He's not high enough to dodge missiles, and he's not low enough to be stealthy. So I get the feeling... And he's gone right into hostile territory. I can't see this ending well for him. It's just a lack of awareness, isn't it? And he gets hit, and rightly so. He does get an AGM 65 out, but it was always going to be a suicide mission. So these guys have got to really understand where the front line is and not just fly 10 miles over the front line at an easily pickable spot. It's amazing he hasn't been shot down, actually. Not sure how he's survived that. Yeah, he did survive it. Fair play. Amazing. I'm guessing the other boys have RTB'd in terms of Harriers. Slides back. Kills him with rifles. Kills him with whatever they're called, rockets. Very good. So it's 1 KF50 kill. And then goes and kills Kingston. Amazing. This guy's a natural born helicopter killer. Maybe F5's the way to go for this kind of thing. Okay, 50s didn't have much luck. Destroyed, really well done. I mean, we've got to think of a way of kind of helping the helicopters out. What do we do? Do we tell them where each of these kind of packs is? Is that what we do? You know, what's the thing we do? The blue helicopters are on their way. The Mirages are cold. One Mirage just... No, 2 Mirages up there. Yep, they're all okay. F-15s are doing their thing. Everything looks good. Poor old... we're bloody lucky that the Mirages... Sorry, the flankers all died at the beginning. If they were in 2 times in a row, I think we would have been a bit slaughtered. So, and we've oh, look, it's gunning his pilot. Jeez, bloodthirsty. Missiles out from... I've disconnected now. Because that's what I do. I've got a KH-58. So much going on. Hits something, question mark? Hits something, doesn't kill it. Now that's annoying because that's a thumper of a warhead. Very annoying. No, it didn't kill a Tunguska, and that warhead really should have killed it. But Tacview is the master, and Tacview is what we go by, so be it. Right. I'm just checking we're not in combat. Oh, where did those Mirages go? Where did the Mirages go? Did they just... No, they're okay. There they are. They've got to be careful. No, they're fine. They're flying plenty high, so I don't have to worry about anything. So that's all fine. It's a good little patrol there. Another 58. Is that going to kill that Tunguska this time? Yes, it is. Happy with that, boys. Happy with that. SC-19s times 2. Wow, a lot of damage being done. We've only taken, what, 1 loss so far? Oh, what happened to the Harrier? Did the Harrier actually get back? Or, sorry, I have to find out because I can't do my job. He did make it back, so well done. Sorry. Oh, all these 58s all went out low when I was out. Well done, boys. Flying the flag. Whoops. That is going to be an OSA out. A cheeky son. Look, 258s with a whopping rate warhead doesn't kill an OSA. You know what that is? BS, sir. BS. Hello. It's so low. He's amazingly didn't get shot down there. Check where these babies go. Wow. Right into the heart of the enemy, look. And I get the feeling for some reason it didn't kill again. What's the matter? Hashtag what's the matter with the 58s at the moment? Look. Nothing's working. Very annoying. Not sure what that's all about. But it is. Right, we've got AGM 88. Oh god. What's happening? There's engagement. This is where the flankers should be, in the hills. This is where they are going to dominate. I saw an 88 there coming from somewhere. So Rage chases Indigo and Aloes, and it's a second spawn coming in. We've got a bunch more 88s coming in now. There, too much going on. What do I follow? Right. Let's do the 88s and then we'll come to the air fight. Pew. Kill it, please. Oh, for 5 minutes. Really? Really? Is this guy going to finish it off? Really? Is that how it is? 3. He survives 3. Weird. Not going to lie. Oh, fuck me, and this doesn't work. Is this not working or something? What's going on? SA8. Hit. Righto. Well, I guess we're going to watch this then. What happened here then? So, Indigo's used being bait and the chainsawing. Nice tactics. Rage, it's actually notching, and that will do the job. Aloe's in hot. ER out on someone. Chewie turns cold. Rage still notching, now engaging. That's a little risky, but he fires his missile. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he gets out and wisely. Oh, that's a cheeky. That could be a cheeky kill. Look at that. That's not going to be one, is it? Negative. That was a cheeky shot. It's hard doing shots on the turn like that. I don't think it's actually tracking. No, it's not. It's 977. Says Fox 3 out on. No one, I don't think. Aloe with an ET. Can always be a kill with an ET if the F-15 is not awake, but he is. He's wise to it. This could be a kill on Aloe here. That's not enough to dodge Fox 3. Sorry, that's not enough to dodge 120. You've got to turn cold or notch, and it's rightfully killed. Indigo's doing it better. That is an ET after this guy. This guy's done really well. Beating that, scrub the energy off that. What's next? Rage has a shot on Seahorse. And that is Seahorse's to lose. That's bad flying, Mr. Seahorse. What was the range there? No, you really shouldn't have died to that. He's literally had to turn into the missile. The only way he could have died is literally turning into the missile, which he did. If he just kept on going, he would have been safe. So, lots to be learnt there. Should have flanked, should have notched low, or turned away. Nothing in between. Let's see that corrected. Chewie almost gets shot by... No, he doesn't. Scratch it. He does. Look at that. Chewie's on form today. He gets shot by something. Oh, the Mirages are in. By this time, Shifty's killing guys over here. Not much really happens down here again, so we're just going to leave all that. Go back to here. Shifty's back into cause carnage. Right, where did we get to? Okay, I think that's where we got to. Ooh, tings. Events are occurring. Poor old Huey, boys. Huey's pretty much useless in this. I mean, well, you know, what are they going to do exactly against a bunch of T-80s? Nice to fly, but not really very practical. One shot down. That is Rubicon in a Huey or Gazelle, maybe. That's the thing. These ATGMs can fire. Well, there's a Strela, but these ATGMs are firing absolutely lethal. These two pass each other by like a mile. That's quite cool. Someone got shot down by Sign. Don't know what that was. That's AAA from a tank. Shoots JD down. Again, I'm not sure what JD was trying to achieve really. Well, the model is he's got the mic, so the only way he can kill these. He probably went over it without even seeing. I imagine that's what's likely to happen. The only way he could have killed him was by being 3 miles away. This is not an easy map for helicopters. I don't really recommend it to anyone, but You'll do what you do. 58. Are we actually going to finally get a kill after all those hits? Yes. Nice. It's a Gepard kill. We'll have that, boys. We'll have that. Right. Just see what's been going on over here. Ooh, Leighton's got himself in trouble. Starting to fight with some Strellas and takes a hit, look. He takes a hit. And that's where he limps home, I think. Okay. What else have we got on? Shifty's down here, just dicing with Whistler again. Whistler, he was the real commander today. All this airspace was completely secured by Whistler. Another one, the thing on Shifty there. Camera just crashes into a tree by the looks of things. Oops. So that's 3 helicopters so far. Blues. 3 chopper. I just realised I forgot to update the sheet for that, so I'll have to do that in a minute. Easily beating that missile. Shifty's back in. Something happens there. Named 7 by Whistler on Harrison. I don't think it tracks. They're pretty shoddy at shooting down helicopters, those aim 7s. And guns him down. Harrison, he wasn't happy about that, was he? He was not happy. Good kill by Whistler. Wasn't really his job being in here doing this, but worked out. The only problem, because Whistler was killing helicopters, is that Shifty's now got in, which we don't want. He's now chasing down Atomic, who knows exactly what's happening because he's at 550 knots running away. And that Harrier, that can run. It really can run. Now, is Whistler going to find Shifty in time? So, Atomic's calling for help. We've got... I'm not sure where we are on the map at the moment. We've gone all the way over Katesi. That's... No, it's not, sorry. Katesi's over there. ER on Atomic. Doing great work dodging. But it's taken out fair and square. Really good kill by Shifty there to come in and do all this shit. Good work. More AGM, ATX coming out from these guys. In their sync pairs. And Shifty is exactly where he wants to be now. Once one of these gets in the house, once one of the foxes gets in with the hens, it's hard to sniff him out. More 88s going out and only Chopsticks alive. As far as I'm aware, nothing else happened over here. Indigo ran away and these guys just did their thing. Shifty's now... Oh, he's going to find Cypher. Oh, Shover's very lucky that Shifty didn't see him there. Jesus, look at this. These Hornets, this whole new Hornet team is just unstoppable. We'll probably see if these missiles just miss for some reason, but I don't know what's the matter with the 88s at the moment. They just won't kill anything. Warren is going to be careful. Luckily, he's low enough to be not conning, so I don't think Shifty's going to see him. Wow. Great awareness by Warren. I think he's going after Shifty. He is. I don't know how he found him, but whatever works. Amazing stuff. No, I don't think. I think actually that was just... No, yeah, it's definitely going down. Look. Shifty's going up. Shifty's dead. He's dodged it. Oh, we spent an ET at Rage. Rage must be conning. Rage is down. Nothing Rage could do about that. Oh, now we've got a dogfight. I wish I could have made a video of this. It would have been so cool. Warren now. Dogfight. Oh, cocked up a little bit there. Right, we're going to have to go... I don't even know how Shifty knows that there's a dogfight on, but it does somehow. What a fight. Shifty bondling for the ground, and he's going to get away. Warren just can't get the power in for some reason. Shifty's over 700 knots. That is Rage's guts falling out everywhere. Shifty just knows there's a mirage behind him. And he's had to scrub off speed. Here comes Warren. I think Warren must have used his missiles. Not sure why he doesn't use his supers right now. But it looks cool. I'll give him that. Shifty doing everything he can. He knows the only way to beat this guy is to stay low. As soon as he goes up, he's a dead man. Oh, and has he lost visual? Warren's lost... No, he's not. He's regained tally. Oh! Shifty's walked into the Sams. Jesus. 2,000 feet, that's guns from Warren. If he's got I think he's lost tally. He has, he's lost him. And that's a missile. Oh! That is friendly fire. I didn't realise we had a friendly fire today. It's a SAM friendly fire. I've never seen that. In all my 3.5 years and probably over 1,000 missions, whoever that is, it's a, I don't know what that is, weapon system FIM or something. Where is it? Has friendly killed Warren. Gutted. Let's just go and have a look at it. It was a, what is that? Well, that didn't fire it, did it? Oh, it did. It's a, there's a picture of a Strela. I don't know what that is. It's a thing. Whatever fires a FIM 92. Has an amazing shot and took down Warren. How unlucky is that? Let's find another one at Warren. No, that's a Shifty. Takes down Shifty. Oh, Warren survived. Well, that was a thing, wasn't it? Jesus. What an exciting bit of Tacview that was. Oh, Warren does die. Right, so that's a Mirage down. Another flanker down. The flanker. 1 times Mirage. Completely not Warren's fault there. It's just a thing. Wagner! Right. Now, in the meantime, I have no idea what's been going on. Right, 88s went. I think they missed or something. I wish I was around for the whole Shifty fight. I would have loved to have been involved in that. SA-15, hit, no kill. SA-8, hit, no kill. Well, that's a bunch of BS. And SA-15 fires at the 88s that are in glide. And the Mirages are coming back. That's when the dogfight was. Look, these guys are trying to find Warren to help him out, but it's, you know, easier said than done. Oh, and the SA-10's gone up. It's going to kill all these guys, look. Big. And these just crashed into the ground. Oh well, it's worth a go, boys. Not much to lose. We don't pay for these missiles. Baby, oh jeez, what happens at this point? Shift gets shot down. Something's going on over here. I can't see. Oh, the last helicopter gets taken out. Oh, well, he's playing with tanks at the end of the day, and he's not bloody Huey. There's not much he can really do. Baby Bear gets to have some fun, and he gets shot by Saint. Where does that RF-27 come from? Okay, well, this is a weird thing. Baby Bear's flying along, and a ER just materialises from thin air and shoots him down. So your guess is as good as mine on that one, I'm afraid. But assuming it's legal, then that is another Mirage, a Harrier Mirage down. What's the time? Oh god, always out of time. Right, what a fight this is! What a fight this is! Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Oh dear, what's that? A Shifty. I mean, Whistler's missile just blows up. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Look, it just goes put. Never mind, whatever. Oh man, right. What else could happen? The main annoying thing is that the ground attack has really slowed down. As in, us attacking the ground units has really slowed down. Shifty shoots something. I really don't know what that was at. I get the feeling he shot a camera there. And luckily for him, it didn't track. So I'm game with that. I think Shifty's having problems with IFFing helicopters, which does not bode well for helicopters. Alright. What happens next in this behemoth? Kingston makes it through. Right, Whistler's back up again on defence duty, and he's firing at someone about 80 miles away, look. Jeez. That is a weapon. That really is, that Tomcat. Oh, poor old Kingston. Just get too close to a whatever the hell that is. I still haven't worked it out. Whatever an ANTWQ1 is. It's a little bitch. And it's just shot Kingston down. Who's also a little bitch. But that's just how it is. It's not an easy mission. This guy looks like he shoots a Whistler, question mark. Oh, weird shit going on at the moment. Oh, I think he's shooting a helicopter. Yeah, shooting a helicopter. Watch out. Or something, I don't know what that was. No. Helicopters up for their second life. I think the Breads have had their second life already. Helicopters. Ros. Oh, look at that. He's up, he got shot down once, he's coming back. And he's redeeming himself with a nice little 65. And it's hit a T90. 1 times T90. Super gap. Good job. Checking there's no more aggressors. Doesn't appear to be any aggressors. Also, he's looking for more baddies. He's got something else, look. He's just... It's good shooting, but... It's a miracle he hasn't been shot down. That is a M108 Paladin. Like 108 Paladin. AGMs are out again from the boys. Nice and high, nice and safe, nothing to worry about. Caps up again with the boys. We're gonna. Oh, I think we actually do kill some stuff as well, which is nice. 88. Oh god. I'll track all this lot now. These 88s are all just going too far. I think they're just going to run into the SA-10. Look, this is how you do it, boys. Get these units down here. Look at Super Caps attack on SA-8. Boom, you're dead. Oh, fuck, really? Okay. And that AEM misses as well. Oh, I hate life. Oh, scratch it. You can't shoot my 58s down. That is one of us getting shot at. It's Onslaught getting shot at. That. A little bit too close. Oh, that's going to hurt. Boom! SA-15 down. That bloody time. 1 times SA-15. Pew 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 lasers. Good evasion from Onslaught. Did the job. We are a little bit endangering close here, which I don't really like. I'm going to guess these all got shot down by the SA-10. I'm sure they will have. They all get shot down. They've all been shot down. And that long one just dies. Okay. Now at least we killed something. We are slowly taking these towns down. I thought Onslaught got hit, but maybe not. That's some 25s out from Elo. Oh, good kill. Is a... Sorry, King Gear. My bad. SA-8. God, that's 5 of those down now. Beautiful, or what? Oh, that's Onslaught, and again, he's just too low. He forgot to get his height again, and he was always risking a Strela shot. But he survives it, so we'll let him off. We do need to keep high, though, if you're going to operate over these battlefields. Or super low, and super low is too hard, so high. King Gear's in again. And out. Cap and Elos, simultaneous shots, and a bunch more 88s. How many 88s did they fire? We're all going for the same target, question mark. Miss. Miss. Well, we hit it, but it didn't die. Incredibly frustrating. Oh, look at that. Right, that is just, what is going on there? They all hit. 25's all hit. I claim Tacview broken, because something ain't working there. That is a little bit frustrating, not going to lie. And this 88, that's hard work getting all those things on target, not getting shot down, right? More 25s, and there's a goddamn flanker. Where did that come from? Right, let's do the ground attack first. And these ones just missed. Probably because I reckon he's probably dead, to be honest. A flanker just got nailed. Indigo came in J11. Thank God Chewie was up, otherwise he would have wiped all 3 25s out. All 4 25s out. That was lucky. I like this Chewie, he seems to be really good. Although they do merge without even knowing it, apparently. That is a merge with Indigo and Chewie. And it should be Indigo's match, but you shouldn't be in the ET there. That should have been a 73, but that shouldn't have been ER. That should also be a 73. And it gives chance for Leighton to come in, so it's just the wrong missiles at the wrong time for the J11. Perfect placement. And that will be a kill. So Indigo will literally be kicking himself there. And I can't blame him because I've done that shit before, but I'll do it regularly. Right, that's that. And the 25s are finished now. We go home. I doubt anything else happens. Again, Shifty's hunting as usual. Slice finished. Bunch of 120s come off. These guys have gone cap. Because they're just really good. Chewie going for a finale here against Allo. So it's out. Good trade there. That ET's got to be careful. I can't remember if he gets shot down or not. Gee. Oh, Chewie's down. So that was 2 F-15s that were down. F-15, 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 F-15. Oh no, 1 F-15. No, 2. I forgot to put the other one down. 2 times F-15. So that's that down. Sorry, did the flanker die? And the flanker died as well, so it was a trade. So flanker was dead of 4. And that shoot down, we let Shifty off because I sent the wrong signal about the mission ending, so we'll give him that. And I think that is finally it. And I think someone said that LO crashed on landing, which is very unlike him, but we'll have a look. Can't see it. It did. Oh dear, true speed 130 knots. That's never going to be a good thing. You just stalled it on a landing. Oh, what a silly yellow. This is not his day. You can already see the alpha that thing's turning at 20 degrees alpha. And it's out of everything there, out of airspeed. That's the end of him. Damages one of our hawks as well, which is never good. Oh dear. That's it. Everyone gets back safely. Helicopters we just cut before anything else happens with them. So, I don't know. I only counted 4 flankers' deaths, but they said 7. So, I guess I go with what they've got. I'm going to go and add that lot up. And I hope you really enjoyed that. That must have been our best mission we've done so far. Literally since we started GR. That's pretty amazing. Hope you enjoyed that. Any suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll crack on with the campaign. And I will see you later.